Let's see if we're prepared to talk to our friend Ellis Henican, the radio and TV commentator who is standing by at Newsmax, New York. Now, Ellis, if you can hear me, I just have to ask you the other day. Oh, good. We not only have Ellis, I'm pleased to hear now, after a momentary delay, Javier Manjarres of the Shark Tank political blog. He is in our South Florida Newsmax newsroom. So, Javi, good to have you. Ellis, as always. And Ellis, let me start with you.
Same here.
This whole deal with Mary Landrieu, Louisiana Republicans are calling on the incumbent senator to apologize for those comments. Should she?
Oh, that's ridiculous. First of all, let me speak as a native Louisianian here. As you know, JD, I grew up in New Orleans and still spend a lot of time in Louisiana. It's obvious that Louisiana has had it tough, as many parts of the South and other parts of America have a terrible racial history. I mean, it is true. There remains some racism in the hearts of some people in the South, not all people. Thankfully, we've progressed a lot. But I mean, I don't think anyone with a straight face could say that there's no racism left in the South or in the United States. So why on earth should she apologize for that?
Well, I think the question is using that as a crutch or a card to explain electoral misfortune. That's where the concern comes. Historically, we understand what's happened in the United States. And to that point, Javier, is this just an 11th hour attempt by Mary Landrieu to try and galvanize the African American vote in Louisiana?
Well, first of all, I'm not from Louisiana. I did lose $300 at the Harrah's there, but yeah, it is a desperate attempt. It is a desperate attempt by Landrieu and Democrats at the 11th hour, like you said, to try to galvanize their base. And I mean, she's going to lose that race for the most part. I think she's she's grasping for straws right now.
Well, there are other comments from other Democrats. My old colleague from the Ways and Means Committee, Charlie Rangel, the New York Democratic congressman, also commenting about race. Let's listen to what Charlie had to say about the GOP.
But we have to win. And we're going to be able to send a national message with Andrew Cuomo. And the thing is, everything we believe in, they hate. They don't disagree. They hate. They think that if you didn't come from Europe 30 years ago, we shouldn't have immigration. Some of them believe that slavery isn't over and that they won the Civil War.
Charlie Rangel went on to say the Democratic Party is doing God's work. Now look, I'm no stranger to red meat rhetoric, but Charlie, I gotta tell you, is stepping a little over the line, isn't he, Ellis?
Listen, I'm not sure why this is such a delicate topic. It seems to me the facts are completely in wide agreement, right? America's progressed a lot when it comes to race, but we still do have some issues out there. There is still bad feelings in some people's hearts. All of us struggle against it, at least most of us do. But it's still a reality of American life, and I think it's a perfectly appropriate thing to talk about in politics. Listen, if I'm trying to rally white people in Arizona, for instance, JD, I'm going to talk to them about things that they're emotional about, and if I want to rally black people in Harlem, I'm going to try and push some buttons that are going to make them respond. Isn't that how this game is played?
Well, pushing buttons is fine. It's just ignoring historical facts. Javier, we look back to the Civil Rights Act that Lyndon Johnson wanted to have passed. The filibuster was led by Southern Democrat senators like Richard Russell of Georgia and joined in and supported by Al Gore, Sr. of Tennessee. And it's that change in history we get from the left that often becomes disturbing. 30 seconds to you, Javier.
Look, again, Rangel, just like the other members of the Congressional Black Caucus who tend to play the race card whenever they get a chance. Look, it's election season. A couple days ago, expect this and more from them. This is your desperate attempt to try to win some votes and garner actually donations from their base, and it's going to fail. It's always failed for them, and they just look really stupid doing so.
Red meat rhetoric, race, and races. So many contentious campaigns going on. Gentlemen, we're going to ask you to rejoin us following this break to talk more about what is transpiring as we approach the midterms next Tuesday. Javier Manjarres and Ellis Henican are standing by. They'll come back. We hope you do too as America's Forum continues here on Newsmax TV.